What is up, guys? In today's video we got a brand new Fortnite update. This is a content update, so it's minor, but it added a few new items, so we're gonna go over that and talk about how I think they'll change the game. If you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful and informative, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of these items. Also, the gameplay in the background is going to be from a recent zero build cash cup, and I will leave you with that gameplay after we're done talking about these items. So the first thing that got added in today's update is going to be the Explosive Goo Gun, and this was actually shown in the trailer. The Paradigm was using it on some enemies in the trailer, and you basically just shoot it, and as you continue to hold the trigger, more goo comes out, and then after a bit, after the goo has made contact with something and like stuck to it for a period of time, it ends up detonating, and it actually doesn't do that much damage. You have to get a lot of goo onto something to actually blow it up, so I don't really think this will be that useful in like one-on-one combat with an opponent. But if you're in a fight where you're fighting around a house or fighting around a vehicle or fighting around like a piece of cover, you could maybe use this goo to destroy it. If you have somebody chilling in a porta bunker, maybe. Also, if you have somebody camping in a vault and you can't like quite see them, you might be able to get some goo near them and force them out that way. But overall, I don't think this weapon is going to change the game too much. I don't think it's going to be like something you have to carry and you just automatically win every fight with. It seems a lot more like a niche or utility item. Definitely has some use cases, but I don't think it's going to be overpowered by any means. The next item we got added to the game is huge, and that is going to be throwable launch pads. So think of it like the porta bunker or the porta fort. You throw it and it creates a structure, and then this just makes a launch pad that you can use. Really cool item. And it is in both build and zero build along with the goo gun. One thing I forgot to mention about the goo gun is it has a very high spawn rate until next week's update. So for this week, the goo gun is going to spawn a lot. And the way it works is when you run out of ammo with it, it's done. You can't reload it. It just has like a charge. And once you exhaust it, it's all gone. But the throwable launch pad is an item that you throw. It places a launch pad after you throw it. And that's very self-explanatory. This is nice to have in the game for zero build, but I'm kind of annoyed with the fact that this is going to be in build mode as well, because in the past, launch pads were a trap item, and you could just carry them as a trap item, and you didn't have to dedicate an inventory slot to carrying a launch pad. But with how it is now, you'll have to dedicate an inventory slot to it, and I just personally don't like that. I like the way it was in build mode before, where it was a trap item, it didn't take an inventory slot, and you could carry that plus whatever else you wanted to carry. I almost would prefer if they just made it to where you could place traps in zero build rather than having something like this, and then just have launch pads as a trap item in both build and zero build. That way you wouldn't have to dedicate an inventory slot to it. But it's in the game, you throw it, it creates a launch pad. One thing that is nice about this is it's kind of mobility that you can use without carrying. So let's say you loot your POI, you happen to find one of these, cool, but you don't really want to carry it. You could just throw it, pick the thing up that you actually wanted, and then use the launch pad to go about your day. So whether or not you're going to carry this item, I feel like it has a lot of impact on your gameplay. And I feel like it's a very balanced item in the sense that it's not like if you get someone super one-shot, they're just going to like throw this and then like immediately get away from you, like how they would with something like the Rift to Go, Shockwaves, or even like the Shadow Bomb sometimes. I feel like it's very balanced mobility in terms of like it being useful for getting around the map, but not just like completely ruining any fight in which it's used. So this will be a good item. You can use it to push people. You can use it to run away from people. You can use it to get around the map. You can use it to reposition. This is a great item, and it's nice that it's in the game, but I would prefer to just have it as a trap item and make it to where you could put traps in zero build. I feel like that would just be a win for everybody, and we'd be able to carry more without actually using inventory slots for it. The final thing we're going to talk about in this video is going to be the shield bubble. For whatever reason, this got unvaulted today. Not really sure why. To be honest, I don't really care too much about it one way or the other. It's a fine item to have in the game. It's not my favorite item. It's not my least favorite item. It isn't something that I personally use very much, but it is what it is. It's the shield bubble. It's existed several times, kind of in and out of the loot pool for the past several months with different wild weeks and just different, I think there was like a community funding vote for it as well. So the shield bubble's back. It's been in the game several times. I feel like everybody kind of knows how it works. You throw it down, it creates a bubble. Can be very helpful in some situations, but it's like a super situational item. And it's something that kind of gets more use in something like squads or like competitive zero build modes. But that is going to be it for today's video. We got 3 new items: the goo gun, the throwable launch pad, and the shield bubbles. I think the launch pads will be just really fun to have in the game. The goo gun, I don't think is going to be that big of a deal. And then the shield bubbles, I feel like just very neutral on. It's fine to have them in the game, but I'm not like super excited for them to be back either. But let me know what you guys think of these items down in the comments below. Do you agree with me in that launch pads should just be a trap item and let us place traps in zero build? I think that would just be a win for everybody. I know a lot of people complain about like how it feels like there's not enough inventory slots for zero build, and so I feel like making it to where we can put traps some way in zero build would just be kind of a win-win. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I broke shield on one. To our right, to our right.
Yeah, they're in that bush.
I'm imposting them out that bush.
We have to go that way.
Impulse them out.
Nice.
Right here, right in front of me. Looking at him, right there. Yo, he's by himself, by himself.
Crap. Really? 30 white, 30 white.
Knock.
We have to start moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna look and wait for the kids to come out of in building.
I'm about to run up and get in closer.
Go. And then you can start holding kids.
Oh, there's a kid in front of me.
Get to him, get to him.
I am going to Gala.
Yeah, go to Gala. I'm waiting for these.
Beneath me.
Oh, shit.
Nice. That was a solo.
I got splashes. Come here if you need help.
It's 4v3. It's 4v3. It's the height team that the kid I sniped.
It might be. No, they're coming.
I think it's that building. They just got knocked by zone. Yeah, it's the building.
Here.
Broke shield. Dead. Nice. Good stuff.